Houston, our instruments are showing that we have a incoming message from deep space. Repeat, Houston, we have an incoming message from deep space. Houston, we'll begin playing message now. Houston, we're going to try and translate that up here. Hold for translation. Translation complete. We'll begin playing message now.
Hey, it's me, Melissa.
What do you do when the aliens invade? Take a shot of MK Ultra and watch Melissa Jade. Put on your tinfoil hat and tune right in. We got that crime spree, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, a complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what are dolphins understanding? It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Aliens is on the sun or in Area 51. Time travels, unravels, haunted castles, cops are baffled, potential experimental thoughts that make you transcendental. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Crime sprees, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what are dolphins understanding? It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Harlot people. Me. Hi, Justin, Michelle, Nana Banana, Jenny B, Chase 87, Vicky. Hello, Andrea, Kimberly Wells. We have Donna Barkley. Oh, thank you, Donna. Crime Crochet Cafe. Leslie. We have Truth Hurts, Callie Glitter, Pretty Bug, Grateful Mama, Debbie Doodles, Katrina, and thank you so much, Katrina. That was very sweet. We have Little Red O, Hazel Eyes, JM's, Sun Kiss, East Texas Chick. We have Natasha, Kalida Hope. Let me see. Melissa, fellow Melissa. Up, Katrina needs a flush, so let's get it started with a good old Tisha flush. Let's see. Flush her down the pipe, shall we? Yay! Hi, Cray Cray. Hi, Megan, Elaine, Kelly, my other Michelle, Tess, Jenny B, Kristen. I have to curl mine the night before church. Otherwise, it takes way too long because my hair is so thin. Have you ever tried the socks curls? Hi, Sarah Bellman. Like the socks curls. Oh my God. You have to ask Meat Feets. There's Meat Feets. At the beginning of our friendship, oh my God, it was so embarrassing. But I didn't have a sock. And so I tried to do with my leggings. I tried to do it with leggings, and I actually, to be fair, it didn't come out bad, but I literally took my black leggings and I put them on my hair and I used the legs, like the leg parts to wrap each side in, and I took a picture, and to this day Meatfoot uses it as like my phone photo in her contact list, and it's the most embarrassing thing. Hey, Shacto. You bought that new silk heatless curly dude. What I would love one day, but I'll never get it because it's just way too much money. But I don't even know what it's called. You know, broke bitches, we don't even know what it's called. But the blower Dyson, the Dyson wrap. The Dyson wrap where it blow dries and then you switch it out with the curlers, and I want that. I'll never get it, but I want it, okay? So, but I will say the heatless buns, sleep with it in the night before. It's really good. And if you have like a 5 and below or right on Amazon, when I had cut my hair short, I couldn't really use it anymore. But if your hair is like a little bit below your shoulders, you should be good. They sell just a little, it's kind of like a flexible long stick thing, and you just wrap your hair around it, put 2 little scrunchies at the end, you sleep on it with your hair a little damp, you wake up and your hair has great curls in the morning. It's pretty good. You know, it just dawned, I swear, because before I cut it, my hair was literally down to my lower back. And as long as you put a little bit of oil in it, it's all about how you tie the end. So as long as you don't tie it in like a tight rubber band scrunchie, you're good. If you just tie it in like a looser scrunchie, you're fine. The Kitsch heatless satin curling rods are great. Yeah. I know I want the Dyson too. I know. Yeah, the Olaplex oils at then. The Dyson blow dryer, but I don't even know how much. The Dyson blow dryer is like hundreds of dollars. I know they make like knockoffs though, but like it has the blow dryer, but then it comes with all of the attachments. And so it'll have like an attachment where you can curl your hair, but with it curls it while blow drying it, but it's handless and it just wraps your hair around. And then it has one that goes in the other direction, and it's just it's $600. Oh my God. Yeah, it's again, a girl can dream. I'll never get it, but I want it. I want it. Hi, Michelle. It looked like it worked so good. No heat, no electricity. Yeah, I'm telling you, the sock buns. I'm not the sock buns. I'm sorry. The heatless curls, and you could use a sock. You could use stockings. You could use leggings. I use leggings. I've used a scarf, and a scarf works great. All you just need is like a long piece of fabric, and you wrap your hair around it, sleep on it, wake up, unwrap it. Bam. It works pretty good. That's sweet, Callie. No, I don't even use the wish list for myself. I just have a couple items for the spawn on the wish list, but no, because that's a lot of money for one item. I don't think it's worth it. Hi, Crichton. I want a Dyson too, but I don't have enough hairs to excuse the price. Dude, but that's what's magical about the Dyson. The Dyson can take like 4 hairs and it makes you look like you have 40. I think that's what I like about it. It gives you volume. I've used the tie to my house robe before. Yes, if you have like the robe and the part that goes around your waist to tie it, that's perfect actually. That's what I was looking for when I went for the scarf, but I didn't have that. I love my hair and I'm always afraid of a tangled mess. Yeah. Any ideas to not have curls? Truth hurts. It's so funny. The grass is always greener, man. You have it and love it. Good for you, Jovi. Good for you. I would, you know what? If I ever had it, I would feel so obligated to use it every day just because of how expensive it is. I'll wait until it becomes really cheap because like the next newest thing comes out. Mom got one for $150 on Poshmark. Oh, wow. Is it, so it's used? I don't, honestly, there's certain things that I wouldn't care if it's used. Would a blow dryer, would I care? No, honestly, if it was in good condition, I don't think I'd care. I would just sterilize it. That's what I'm saying, Lisa. I'll never have it, but I do want it. The Dyson will make 4 hair look like 40. Get it. It gives you volume. That's all I'm saying. Or the TikTokers just do a really good job, because when they are done with their hair, I'm like, yo, they look like Ariel in, like, even though she's underwater, but like it's just flowing and it's beautiful and it's like, I want that. I want it. Listen, it's called trust the process. Okay. The men can't know that we shapeshift. They'll tell the church. Okay. So, all right. So I have to pull up my link because we had ended this PDF with the kite. Hi, Kathy P. It's called like a Lululemon. I've heard about Lululemon leggings, but I don't know exactly what they are. I've got 5 inches of hair. What can I do with that? Actually, Shiny Pop Star, it's so much easier to maintain with shorter hair. So you could blow it out and get volume, but actually go onto TikTok, because there are so many different styles that we did not have. Even a simple ponytail, okay? And my spawn will not let me do hairstyles on her, and I am dying to try it, because even a simple ponytail, you don't no. There is no such thing as a simple ponytail anymore, because if you just separate the ponytail and now flip it under and through where you parted it, it takes that ponytail to a whole nother level. Like, there is so many different easy things that you can do that take simple hairstyles to a whole nother level. And same thing with very short styles. So you would be very surprised what you can do. Yeah, just stick your finger in a toilet like Pisha and put it in the socket. You'll get your curls even better. That's true. You'll be like Marv from Home Alone, and you'll just What up, Claus? My mom used to force me to get my hair done every morning before school, hair curler and all. See, my daughter just likes her pony. That's what she likes, or her hair down. But there's so many cool hairstyles. And I really I'm like, let's try this. Like, that's just not her type of personality, which that's fine. But, I want to try them, and I can't get away wearing the little butterfly clips and everything. Well, not even just like, let me try this. I don't know, but she won't let me. Yeah. What? Come on. You know what I mean, Harlot, though? The flip. Okay, so they take the pony, and then all you do is loosen the pony a little bit, part your finger through it, and then you take the pony and you flip it up under and pull it through. Dude, now you have a voluminous pony. You have a voluminous pony, even if you have thin, flat hair. No, not anymore. Now you have, remember the bump it? Remember the bump it, people? That they used to add when you'd fall asleep and wake up at 3 a.m. and your TV was still on, and you used to see that little infomercial for the bump it, that little plastic 2-inch piece that would cost you $20 from QVC, that little bump it. Yeah. Well, you could bump it on your own with just a little flip of the pony. Just flip it. Just flip it through the hole. Okay. So I'm just saying, take a stroll. We'll both apply. Take a stroll or a scroll down TikTok, and I'm telling you, you will be amazed. Hi, it's not rocket science. Hi, Ron Swartz. Hi, Punksy. Elaine. Yeah, the bump it. You remember the bump it? Yes. Dude, I loved the crimper. The crimper, listen, I loved the, like, to braid my hair. I would braid my hair like corn style the night before, like with like 10 little mini braids and then take them out the next day. So the crimper was my thing. I love the crimper. Do you remember they used to have also, it wasn't a crimper, but it was kind of like a crimper, but it would crimp a shape into your hair, a heart, a star, or how about the ones that would fucking bedazzle your hair? We had the shit in the 90s, okay? Don't get me on sunning, Amanda. My hair, or lack thereof, is due to sunning, okay? I thought I was blonde in 7th grade. Little did I know I was copper because of 8 bottles of sunning, okay? Dude, Kaleidohope, do you hear this? That's my banana clip, okay? I do not own one banana clip that has all the teeth in it, okay? If you know, you know, because as soon as I lay my head back, about four teeth break off my banana clips, okay? The hair comes with the feathers. Yes. Oh my God, yes. Hi, Artemis Prime. The puppy. Oh, congratulations for your membership. I'm not sure who gifted it to you, but congratulations. Oh, that's awesome, Crime Crochet. I'd love to see photos. Yeah, eventually I just have a bunch of just the actual part. I have no teeth on my clips left. So basically I just have the part that opens and closes. And I still won't throw them away. It'll have like one tooth left on the upper left side and one tooth left on the bottom right side. And that shit ain't closing together. And it ain't keeping my hair together, but it's like holding on in my hair for dear life. But you know what? I'm weird this way because I'll have that one broken one, and then I'll have like a set. Tell me if anybody else is weird this way. I'll have the one broken one, and then I'll have a set of brand, like a 3-pack of a brand new one. And I'll continue to use the broken one because I don't want to fuck up my 3 brand new ones. Does anybody else do that? I'll continue to use my janky broken one because I will opt to not touch my nice new one that is still sitting. And I want to keep it there, okay? I like that I have the option if one day I shall need it, okay? So I'm going to continue to use this as it falls out my hair. And that's that. All right? Hey, Bryn. Yes, I have 2 clips with no teeth bells. $300 on a blow dryer. Makes sense. It's funny. Oh, you know what? That's true. Claw clips. A lot more of the claw clips. I'm talking about the claw clips, not so much the banana clips. But all of them. Either way, they're all fucked up. And they're not holding any hair. That's the moral of the story. Oh man. I do that too with the shampoo, right? It's like I just like that I have it new and new, so I will continue to use my shitty stuff because I like that I have a package of brand new, really nice scrunchies. like the big, puffy, nice ones, and I'm continuing to use the shitty ones that I don't like. Just in case there's a special occasion where I want to bust out the nice ones. Like I don't feel worthy enough for them yet. I don't know if that makes sense. So they sit there unopened and I use my shitty ones. Thank you, Claus, for being a member for 10 months. Our Slows baby is growing almost. Oh my God, yes, almost a year. We're almost there. Oh man. Who had a pocket rocket and don't be dirty? I didn't, but I had a Tamagotchi and that shit died on a daily basis. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. I'm getting so derailed. All right, so let me see. Where was that? I think that was pinned. $269. Okay. Okay. So I think it would be this. Okay. Why do I have two open? Oh, okay. Hi, Brandy Wine. Drive safe, please. That's awesome, Crime Crochet. I don't know what hypercolor shirts are, but that sounds awesome. It sounds like something Allie would make. Okay. So, as I was scrolling, because there's more kites towards the end of the files, so I'm just kind of scrolling, and I was seeing what jumped out as I was scrolling, and this did. No, not this. Wait. Oh no! Hold on. Oh no, my head's a mess. Sorry, one more second. Here it is. Okay, apologies. Just one of those days, mate. Saturday. I was scrolling apart. Oh my God, I can't speak. I was scrolling across this. Hi, Sprinkled Donut. And this looked interesting. And this was an affidavit of probable cause. And it says the following is an affidavit to document the probable cause in support of Letecia. And at approximately 1900 hours, Redacted asked to speak with me. Redacted is an inmate at the El Paso County Jail. Let's call Redacted Rue. Rue said she has received a couple of letters from Miss Letecia Stauch. Miss Stauch is an inmate at the El Paso County Jail. Rue stated the letters she received from Miss Stauch contained written plans for Miss Stauch's escape. I asked where these letters were, and Rue told me they were in her cell. Rue told me that when Miss Stauch has her hour out, she stops by Rue's cell and talks with her. Hi, Elena. Hi, Chicken Shit. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Becky P. Rue also explained that Letecia will pass notes to her and other inmates by sliding the notes under their doors or through the door jamb. Rue told me this is how she received these notes from Letecia, by Letecia sliding them through her door jamb. Rue explained to me that she is redacted, restricted, and does not go upstairs where Letecia is housed. On 5/5/2020, Letecia was housed and redacted, and Letecia is classified as redacted. Letecia is not to be housed with anyone else, and she will not have out time with anyone else because Letecia was FRAD at this point. At approximately 1900 hours, I went into Rue's cell and I interviewed her. This is where Rue gave me both letters she had received from Letecia. Rue told me that Letecia has been talking a lot lately to other inmates in the ward. Rue said that Letecia told her she has been making plans to escape and was looking for Rue's help. Rue told me that she had not read one of the letters written by Letecia because Rue had been in court all afternoon. Rue told me she received the letter before she went to court when Letecia was on her hour out. During the interview, Rue stated that Letecia said she was planning on breaking out her cell window and measured herself. Letecia said that she will fit through the window. And I asked Rue why Letecia would choose her to help. Why would she choose Rue to help herself escape? Rue said it was because she was Italian and kind of a bad boy. Well, that's weird. Rue said that Letecia thought if she offered Rue money, she would help her escape. I asked Rue if she was going to give Letecia any help, and Rue said, "No way. That is why I told you about the letters to begin with." Rue said she knows about Letecia's charges and doesn't want to be involved or have anything to do with her. Rue said if she did anything, it would be to use her for commissary. See, I told you they use each other for the commissary. Commissary items are food or hygiene products that inmates can purchase. So I think they also do that for medications too. I asked Rue if she was planning on helping Letecia escape. I don't think Rue would be telling you this if she was, with all due respect. Rue said no, that she is looking at her own time now and wouldn't do something stupid like that to make her own situation worse. Rue told me her and Letecia had a conversation the morning of May 18th, and Letecia spoke about using the broom handle to bust out the window in her cell. Rue said that Letecia told her she would fit right through the window because she had already measured herself. Okay. I received 2 letters from Rue she claimed were from Letecia. Both letters had similar handwriting. In the first letter I opened, it was written that the writer's GPA was putting $75,000 in an account for a private attorney. It was written that the account was opened for the author's daughter to use as well. The author wrote to Rue saying she would much rather use the money to survive, if you know what I mean. In the letter was written, "You have my word to make sure we are MIA. I got us covered." The letter stated that they just need to set up some access points. The letter said that once her and Rue get access to the state bank and funds, they will be good. It was added in the letter that the letter was partially written in code because her letters get opened. It was written in the letter about a visit she was having tonight at 8 p.m., and Letecia did have a professional visit that night. It shows that Letecia's the author. In a second letter, the author wrote she had been looking for days at her window. The author stated she already measured herself and drew something that resembled the window in her cell. This drawing can be found at the bottom of the letter she wrote. The letter stated that it's perfect next to the window that was drawn. The author wrote in the letter asking Rue to check the broom piece since Rue gets to use that item on her hour out. The author added in her letter that she was dead serious and asked Rue to just think hard. This letter has similar handwriting to the first letter that spoke about Letecia's professional visit that she had in the ward. At the bottom of the letter, the author asked Rue to throw the note away in the toilet. Spoiler alert, Rue did not throw the letter away in the toilet. At approximately 2300 hours, Deputy Jennifer Jago and I went into Letecia's cell. I told Tisha put her shoes on because she was being moved. During this interaction, I did not ask Letecia questions. Letecia was placed in full restraints and we escorted her. Letecia was removed from her cell and we were the only people inside. No other inmates had access to Letecia's cell. Letecia comes out by herself for her hour out. During a shakedown of her cell, I found another letter addressed to Sweetie. This letter had similar handwriting to the first two letters I received from Rue. In this letter, the author makes the comment that if something comes up on the news, like she is no longer in the jail or is missing, to not be afraid. On the back of one of the pages was the name Harley, which is the name of Letecia's daughter. Letecia has her daughter named as her next of kin in her booking information. The author wrote for this person to just keep normal and focused, underlining these comments. She wrote for this person to just trust her on this and underlined it. Oh yeah, because anybody would be smart to just trust Tisha, right? At approximately 10 hours, May 19th, I placed 3 letters I recovered into evidence, and I locked them with a master pad. This was to preserve the evidence. The letters were temporarily placed into the evidence locker until they could be scanned and permanently entered into evidence. Tisha. So it's always funny seeing that. I want to know, like, what would have happened if Rue did help her? Hey, Malibu Surfer. Mandela effect? Sorry, I see Mandela effect? What are we talking about? I love the Mandela effect. What are we talking about? Is there a Mandela effect? Is reading a perfect example of Letecia being under the Mandela effect when she said her broad axe handle plus a carton of Marlboro 100s wide ass through that narrow window. Elena, you don't know what the Mandela... Oh. Elena, the Mandela effect. Oh, and I've covered the Mandela effect a lot on my channel. The Mandela effect is based off of Nelson Mandela and a large portion of people having what they call a false memory. And the false memory is a large portion of people remembering that Nelson Mandela died in jail in the 80s, I believe, back in the 80s, but he actually didn't. And there was really a huge shift from 2012 on. Really, when CERN turned on the Large Hadron Collider. Hi, NT's apple bottom jeans. And so it's not that people remember things the wrong way. It's that everybody has shared the same false memory. So I will give you an example of Mandela effect. Okay. Does the Monopoly guy have a monocle? The little guy, the little character from Monopoly, that old man. No, he doesn't, Elena. He does not have a monocle, except a large portion of the population share a false memory that the Monopoly guy has a monocle. That is an example of the Mandela effect. So it's not that everyone remembers things differently versus everyone shares the same false memory. Another example, Pikachu. A large portion of the population remember Pikachu having a black tip at his tail. Pikachu apparently never had a black tip at his tail. It was never like that. C-3PO had one silver leg. Flintstones. I remember it was Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. It's Flintstones with a T, 2 T's. Curious George never had a tail. I remember Curious George hanging upside down on trees by his tail. Curious George never had a tail. Why wouldn't a monkey have a tail? Mandela effect. He never had a tail. Never in history did he have a tail. Looney Tunes. Tunes is not spelt cartoons, double O. It's spelt tunes like music, Tunes. Tony the Tiger. He does not have a black nose. He has a blue nose. Do you remember Tony the Tiger having a blue nose? Right here. Why would a tiger have a blue nose? Do you know in Star Wars, he never says, Luke, I am your father? Never says it. He says, no, I am your father. What? That is literally the line of the movie. Luke, I am your father. No, he never says it. Or how about, hello, Clarice? Never said it. Or how about, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. Forrest Gump? That's not what was said. The actual line, life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Cap'n Crunch, a large portion of us remember it being Cap'n, C-A-P''N, Cap'n Crunch. Well, apparently, it was never Cap'n Crunch. It was Captain Crunch. Oscar Mayer? I remember my baloney has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R. My baloney has a second name. It's M-A-Y-E-R. But it's not. It's M-E-Y-E-R now. M-E-Y-E-R. Febreze? Did you know Febreze is not spelt with two E's now? Now it's spelt Febreze. It's only spelt with one E. Did you think Febreze? Do you remember it being spelt with two E's? F-E-B-R-E-E-Z-E. That's how I remember it. Nah, that's not how it's spelt in this parallel universe. In this parallel universe, it's spelt F-E-B-R-E-Z-E. Febreze. Apparently. Fruit of the Loom. Do you remember Fruit of the Loom having a cornucopia in the logo? Because it never did. It never did. Apparently, Fruit of the Loom logo never had a cornucopia. Fruit of the Loom logo was always just the fruit. I'm sorry, I don't know about you, but I remember the classic Fruit of the Loom white t-shirt, and you looked at that damn tag in the back, and it was the Fruit of the Loom with the fruit rolling out of the cornucopia. But no, and this is the craziest part, Elena, about the Mandela effect. There will be one that really fucks with you. There will be one that you will be 100% certain, nope, absolutely not. That is wrong. There has to be a rational explanation. Maybe they changed it. Maybe at one point, like it was this and it, no, that is the fucked up part. Because whether it's, ready, Snow White. What's that famous line from Snow White? Mirror, mirror on the wall. No. It's magic mirror on the wall. But so when you'll go, and maybe it's a movie, you'll go and get I have a VHS copy, right? I have a VHS copy. I'm going to go pull it out of my basement. Go ahead. Because when you pull it out, it won't be what you remembered. That's why it's so mind-boggling. That's why the Mandela effect is so mind-boggling. There is no evidence it was ever the other way. Or how about Ed McMahon never went door to door for a publishing house with a big check? How about in Risky Business? Risky Business, you dress up like Tom Cruise with the sunglasses and the knee-high socks from the classic movie. So many Halloween costumes. He was never wearing sunglasses. Yet to this day, when you dress up like Tom Cruise from Risky Business. You do the oversized white t-shirt, the knee-high socks, and the sunglasses. Yet he did not wear sunglasses. Why do we all have this shared false memory? Mickey Mouse, he did not have suspenders. He never had suspenders. Apparently, he just had bottoms. Doesn't even make sense. Mona Lisa, we were taught in high school that what made Mona Lisa stand out is that she wasn't smiling nor frowning. She was expressionless. And now Mona Lisa, she's full on smiling. She's full on smiling. So those are just some examples of the Mandela effect. And if you guys want another live, because I've done many lives on Mandela effect, but if you want a live on the Mandela effect, I'll do a live on the Mandela effect because I love the Mandela effect. It is crazy. It is so interesting. No, Elena. Yeah, she's smiling now. She was expressionless. That is what made yes, some Michelle. Dude, there are so many. But that is what made Mona Lisa so interesting, is that she wasn't smiling nor frowning. She was smirking, and now she's full on smiling. I don't know, man, dude. I'm obsessed with those types of topics though, but the Mandela effect is one of the first lives I ever did on my channel. I love the Mandela effect because I like finding the ones that really stick with people, because there's going to be one that really fucks with you, because there's going to be something that's personal to you that you're like, no, I know 100%, whether it wasn't Berenstain Bears, it's Berenstain Bears. Berenstain Bears. No, it's Berenstain Bears. No, Berenstain Bears. Dude. So, but okay, we had our next set of calls, call number 4 that we had to go over. Now that I got so very far off topic, but I will pull it up. I know we listened to 2 from Aunt Katrina and then 1 from Aunt Brenda. That's where we had left off with the Aunt Brenda call. And it was a sharp contrast from how Letecia spoke to Aunt Katrina to then how she spoke to Aunt Brenda. And basically, they're just talking crap about Harley, and Aunt Brenda saying, she doesn't really have control over Harley and the car issues. Aunt Brenda saying that she may have kicked Harley's windshield in, and Letecia's questioning her on that. And we were discussing the possibilities of people having issues with Harley because of what her mom did, and people believing Harley had involvement. Not saying that somebody actually kicked her window in, but the fact that Letecia acted shocked at all that could have happened was what bothered me yesterday. Because why would that shock you? You murdered a child and then you involved and made your child culpable. People are crazy. Social media is crazy. The fact that you acted shocked that anybody could maybe vandalize her car in any way was again, it's just lack of self-awareness of the situation. I absolutely will, Melissa. I would love to. Okay. So this is call number 4, and this is going to be with Harley. So buckle up, buttercups.
Sorry it's late. I just got to use the phone. How do I turn this up? Through volume?
Huh?
Volume up. Okay. Hey. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I just got it. They brought me back to medical. So I'm housed in medical now, so I just got to use the phone.
Just now? You didn't have it this morning?
No, I've been housed in medical ever since yesterday.
Oh, wow. Why?
Yeah, and I have to sleep on the floor, and it's concrete floor, and it's freezing. I'm trying to get a blanket. Yeah. Okay.
Guess what?
What?
Guess what they have in Myrtle Beach now?
What?
You will never guess it in a million years.
The Dutch Bros.
Nope.
What?
Something that they only had in Orlando.
Victoria's Secret outlet.
Yep.
No way.
It's
I'm sorry. Off the bat, I'm a little bit annoyed. And I'm not going to take this frustration out on Harley because, to be fair, this is very uncomfortable. And I don't put the expectations on. And yes, I'm going to refer to her as a child. I think she would be 18 at this point. Technically an adult, yes, but my God, she's a child, guys. I do not put the expectation on her to start the conversation and maintain the flow of what's going on here. We're on the phone. What are you being charged with? The situation, the reality of what's going on, okay? I put that expectation on Letecia. The gravity of the situation that's going on. Yes, she's been in jail since March at this point, so it's been a few months, but still, it's hard to listen to how light the conversations are. And again, I don't put this on Harley because I can't imagine how uncomfortable this was at all. And I am sure she was struggling with a lot of emotions. And as we go further into these calls, we will see how there were times where Letecia is playing up the mental card and she's claiming with the vampires and this and that. So Harley really doesn't know what to expect. And I'm sure she doesn't know how to handle it. And I'm sure there's a lot of pressure and she's being told not to talk about certain things on these calls. So again, I don't expect much from her as far as keeping the conversations light. But it's painful to hear such lighthearted discussions about, the new Victoria's Secrets. Yes, this, that. And thinking about Landon, the pain she must be experiencing. And I can imagine if she ever heard this call, just feeling gut wrenched, you know? Like, wait a second, you took everything from me. You ripped my life away. You took my child, and here you are just talking about the new Victoria's Secrets? Like, it's so unfair. You will never know the devastation, the destruction, the chaos, the hurt that you've caused as you're talking about, oh my God, the new Victoria's Secrets on Rodeo Drive. You know, like, it's just another instance of distancing and not taking accountability and not acknowledging the situation for what it is.
Where Polo used to be.
Oh my goodness. You already been there?
Mm-hmm.
I knew you had. Is it like the same kind of stuff?
Yeah. Of course, it's just smaller.
Yeah, were people like in there like crazy?
Yeah. It was funny because it was like, oh, so how you'd hear people talk about, and they'd be like, oh my gosh, it's crazy, $20.
Mm-hmm. And you're like, man, I've been doing this for years.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell Aunt Brenda off the other day when she was talking smack.
She told me that you were going to be mad.
Huh?
She told me that you were going to be mad at me.
Okay, so I did tell her I would talk to you about certain things, but then like she had me worried. So she tells me, she goes, yes, and someone had kicked Harley's window out of her car. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God. Then it went from that to some rubber piece.
Yeah, it was like the...
So this is what we heard from the last call, because Aunt Brenda told Letecia how she believes after Harley drove Aunt Brenda in her little car that she saw some part of the rubber piece that was broken from the windshield, and it appeared as though it was kicked in. Yeah, that's what it seems, Diana. So, but again, we get to see the shift of dynamic when Letecia talks from one to another. You know what I mean? And that's true, Gregory. Yes, that is true. True. But how Letecia talks about Harley to Aunt Brenda, but then how Letecia talks about Aunt Brenda to Harley. It's a very different dynamic shift.
Foam that's in the windshield. And I had went to Nissan. I was like, why is it doing this? Like, it needs to be fixed. They're like, is it the foam on the right side of the car? And I'm like, yeah, they're like, we see those all the time. So it's just like a default in the Nissan. And she was freaking out. And I was like, Aunt Brenda, like, the guy said it was a default. Like, it was nothing to do with me.
I think she just, I don't know, but I just sit there and listen to her, and I was like, I wanted to be like, I called you to talk to see how you're doing, not to hear you just talk smack. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then she was just like, well, I told her I would mention it to you about making sure, please, for God's sake, don't let anybody drive that car.
I'm not.
I know, but you know how she gets off on her tangents, and hopefully you won't have, I mean, you know, there'll come a point in time when you'll be able to give her the money for that car.
Mhm.
So you just got to take her time, man. But there'll come a point when you'll get to give her that money. And I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it anymore. You know what I mean?
Really, Tisha? Really? As you just continue to take and take and take and take and take and take, but please continue to tell your daughter about God, and she's had nothing. No, I think Aunt Brenda's probably the only person who's helped supporting. That's all she can. It's almost, honestly, in my opinion, Letecia is jealous about the little bit of money Harley gets from Aunt Brenda, as if it's directly taking it out of her own pocket. You're getting money from Brenda. Why do you care that she's helping your child who has nothing?
Mhm.
But I'm going to make sure she's personally going to get every dime of her money for that. Might not be right now, but it's going to be soon. Not soon, but it's going to happen. Oh. What have you been up to?
Nothing. I look on it.
Can I ask? Oh, it's freezing. Yeah. I'm reading my lifeguard book.
My other one should be very soon.
Oh, did that number ever write you back anymore?
Just said I'll let him know.
Okay. I think I'm like, dang, she done moved to medical.
That is so uncomfortable. Oh, hi, Michelle. Did that number write you back at all? You know, the numbers I keep giving all of these criminals your number, and I'm involving you in my illegal activity continuously, more and more and more. Did they write you back? It's so uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me see where we are at. It's freezing. I tried calling Amy Bolton a couple times, but I never can get her.
Did she tell you what happened with Steeler?
With who?
Steeler?
No, he died?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. No, he didn't.
She had to put him down.
No, I think she'd probably be at work when I call.
Yeah, not too.
How long's it been since Steeler died?
Like a week.
Mm-hmm. Is she taking it bad?
Yeah, I called her, and she was crying. I've never seen her cry like that. I was like, oh my gosh. She was like, Steeler gave me a purpose. I was his mom, and now I'm nothing.
Did she say I'd been calling her?
Huh?
Did she say that I had been calling her?
I haven't talked to her since then.
Don't involve Harley in Michelle and 87. You made me. I was like, what's all that? I came back to the screen. And I was like, uh-oh, but it's just you guys fucking around. Don't, oh man, now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, don't involve Harley in your relationships with other family members. I'm sorry, Katrina. Yeah, I can imagine that definitely being triggering. But you know, like, Letecia, you're in like a really, really I don't even know how to describe the situation that you're in, but you are at this time charged with murdering a child. Murdering a child. Okay? And if you are trying to contact family members and they may not be responding to you, do not put your child in the situation of being that middle person. That's very uncomfortable. Thank you, Miss Tandy. Can you imagine how uncomfortable that is for Harley? Can you imagine? Hey, these family members aren't talking, maybe because you are awaiting trial for murdering your stepson. I can imagine not everybody in the family is going to be okay with that and wanting to maintain communication with you. But to force that upon your child because your child may still have a relationship with them, and to say, hey, well, what are they saying? Did they tell you that I've been trying to call them? Did they mention it to you? Come on. That's not right.
Huh?
I haven't talked to her since then.
No, I meant before that, because I've been trying to call her for a couple weeks.
Yeah. She always texts me, she always texts me and she's like, tell your mom I missed your call.
I figured she's different because she's at work, you know what I mean, when I usually come out. But I'm glad I didn't, get her the other day, and I would have known nothing about Steeler in advance, because I'd have been like, oh my gosh, so now I know, you know what I mean? Because I remember when her cat died, so I knew it would be tough when Steeler died.
Imagine having absolutely nothing to talk to your child about. And this is how you're like, I would be so devastated to not actually be a part of my child's life. So I would imagine the phone calls would be really important. That would be the time that you'd be like, tell me everything, like what's going on. Not about the family members whose cat died. The awkward silences, the gaps, they're looking for something to talk about when it's not Tisha asking Harley to do a favor for her. It's very uncomfortable, and I am so happy Harley finally cut this relationship off.
Oh, and then Brenda said something to me about you buying some kind of film or something. They were no money and taking pictures. And I didn't think about it at the time to tell her, but I'm going to have to tell her next time and be like, hey, Brenda, you know how many times you changed careers? One minute you were a paralegal, next minute you were working at a trucking office, so you did administrative assistant and typing stuff. Then you end up doing some kind of serving papers, legal processing. I'm like,
No, nothing that I do is good enough for her.
no, but no one's ever been like that, though. No one's ever been good enough, so. I mean, I wasn't. No one is. Stephanie wasn't. No one is. It's just her. You just have to just know that that's just her.
Yeah.
That's okay, Miss Tandy. Thank you very much. And thank you, Elaine. That's very kind of you. And congratulations to anybody who received a membership. Make sure you say thank you to Elaine if you received one. And congratulations. Somebody actually left a comment. No, you're fine, Miss Tandy. Somebody left a comment to me and they were like, who says congratulations when you receive a gift? You know, like, do you get a gift from somebody and say congratulations? And I'm like, well, okay, first of all, one, you're a dick. Two, I'm not the one getting the gift. You know, like I'm saying congratulations to the recipients. I'm like, damn, like people are just like really, like some of the comments people leave, it's kind of like, are you so bored with your day? I like, we should do a live one day just for the comments. The comment section, interesting. It's very, very interesting. But thank you, Elena. That's very, very nice of you. And I'm just congratulating whoever received. I don't know. What else do you say? What other word would be sufficient? I don't know. Like, I don't know what else to say. I never really thought that much into it. Yeah, I really don't know what other word to use. What word would I use? And then I had yesterday somebody say, you know, like, it was like a comment and then it was like, except I don't like your thank you voice. And I'm like, what? Wait, obviously, when I say thank you, I'm gonna like have a nicer tone. But like, I can't really change that, but like, I'm not, like, I'm not, I don't know, like when I'm reading Tisha's words, I'm definitely going to be more aggressive. And I guess when I stop because I'm thanking people, yes, I guess it could be like a sharp contrast if like I'm like reading the kiosk words and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, thank you. It could seem fake, but I'm not trying to be. But like if people are perceiving it to be, I'm sorry. I'm just trying, I'm like, oh, you know, like, sorry. But like, I'm like, damn, these comments, you guys are brutal. Oh, that's so sweet, Elaine. That's so kind. Dude, it's, I mean, the good outweighs the bad. Well, you know what? At least in the comment section, the good outweighs the bad. The good outweighs the bad. But I was like, the first half of the comment, I'm like, thank you. I'll take that as constructive criticism. But I'm like, my voice though, like I can't really change that. I can't really do nothing about that, man. I'm like, sorry. Would you rather me scream at you aggressively at like when I get gifted memberships or something? Would you rather me not be nice? I don't know. Like, I feel like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, man. Like shit. Oh, we'll do a live with the comments one day.
A lot of it is because she never had kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's like that mom where like you tell her what you want to do, and the mom's like, no, sorry, you have to do this.
The mom's like, what?
No, sorry, you have to do this.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. She's never had kids, so she just don't understand that love and compassion and how to navigate through that system. She just doesn't. I mean, even though she raised Stephanie, still, she just wasn't like, you know, it was more of like it was a job for her and not, you know.
Yeah.
And she's good at that part of it, but just not the empathy part and the love. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Destination, 100%.
Okay, well, I'll take the time so I can call you tomorrow.
Okay, do you know how... Oh, man. You guys, okay? This is call number 4. We have not had an issue yet as far as there being a gap or space, a lack of conversation flowing between the caller and, the two people talking, until Letecia and her daughter. And Katrina and Letecia, the conversation flows back and forth. Even when you could tell Aunt Katrina's not really vibing with her, there's not gaps. And they go all the way up until you have 1 minute remaining. Aunt Brenda, we have listened to so many calls. Never once, I'm going to hang up. They go all the way. They talk shit about Harley. You have 1 minute remaining. On this call, there is awkward silences, gaps. We just heard la da 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 da. She doesn't know what to talk to her child about. And Harley doesn't know what to talk to her mom about, because you know why? It's not her mom. You know what? That is her mom, but that's not a mom. It is her mom, but that's not a mom. And Letecia is restricted. Letecia can't abuse and manipulate Harley the way she normally would. And we do see her use and manipulate Harley to an extent over these calls, but she's restricted. There's only so much she could do via a recorded call, a recorded, monitored call. And so when she's left with just, hey, put everything to the side and just converse with your child, Letecia has no idea what to do. And so Harley goes, because it's dead air. And so Letecia says, all right, so I guess I'll save my time. Save your time. If there's anything you will save your minutes for, if there is anybody I would be saving my minutes for, it would be to speak to my child. Not to talk shit with Aunt Brenda, not to talk with Aunt Katrina about whether or not this person died in the Bible versus this person. It would be to talk to my baby. Yet you're saying, all right, I guess we'll get off so I could save my minutes. But please, Letecia, tell us again how you have been an amazing mom, and Harley should be thankful and lucky and appreciative to have a mother like you.
Okay, well, I'll take the time so I can call you tomorrow if I get to come out. I don't know what they got going on in this place.
Okay, I love you.
It's freezing, I know that. All right, I love you too, sweetie.
Hi.
Hey,
Yeah.
I love you so much.
Love you too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Wow. Hey, in case you didn't hear me, I love you so much. Really? Doozy, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable because you're watching them refuse to acknowledge. It's very sad, Elena. You're watching them. It's kind of as if you put two people in a room and you're observing them from the outside. You're observing them with one of those one-way mirrors, right? I do have one, Riley. And there's a ghost in that room with them, a visible ghost, right? And both people in that room are aware of the ghost, yet neither of them are acknowledging that ghost. And that ghost is, ooh, they're flying all around them. And you're watching both of them just kind of like side eye the ghost. And they're just continuing to awkwardly talk to each other. And we're standing on the other side of that two-way mirror. And we're looking in and we're observing them. And it's like, dude, that ghost is flying right between you two. Are you really going to act like you don't see that ghost? Are you really not going to acknowledge that ghost? That ghost is farting in your face. That ghost is flapping its ghosty self right up in your face. Are you really not going to acknowledge it? No, they're not acknowledging. It's very interesting. Now, that was a horrible analogy and I apologize. But on a psychological aspect, very interesting. Very interesting. Well, you know what? I didn't even think of it like that. So maybe a ghost wasn't the best choice of. I was just thinking literally like a little white with a sheet over, but in a psychological sense, Harley is responding the way she's responding because she is a product of the person who raised her. And I'm not trying to make excuses for Harley. I have my feelings. I had my suspicions. I've come to acceptance of what I believe happened, but I could still acknowledge she is the product of who raised her. And Letecia was the sole parent in that situation. And if you think that from birth to 17, 18, a brain being formed by a monster is not going to have that impact, you are wrong. Letecia's abusive. She's a murderer, narcissistic. She formed Harley's brain. And so to observe even the way Harley speaks, doesn't speak, reacts, doesn't react, all of these things, it's indicative of how she adapted as she developed because of the environment she grew up in. And I really cannot, I hope one day that a panel of doctors really dive deep into this case, because I really want to like a study, like a, not just like a behavior, but like just a full on deep dive of the mind to describe and explain to us how these impacts within the relationships, within Letecia's mind, how someone is capable of doing this, lying to this extent, how she's lying to herself, how she's able to convince herself to believe this herself, how she's not aware of us being aware of all of the lies, yet herself believing the lies, then the dynamics between her and Harley's relationship. I want them to do a deep dive on all of that because it's very fascinating to me. It's very, very fascinating. And so it's interesting, but Harley is a product of who raised her, and we have to account for that. So, the first time around looking at Harley's behavior and seeing how, how she is, we could get angry at first. We can get angry at first because it's like, well, why aren't you speaking up? Why are you giggling? Yet you have to keep into account all of these factors. You really do. Because it's a huge factor. You have to think of her not as who she is now. Think of her as a baby and take that baby into a 1-year-old, into a 2-year-old, into a 3-year-old, 4, 5, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old. And every year of her life, she was being formed by Letecia. Do you not think that would have a severe impact on every part of this woman now? And the way her brain thinks, the way she reacts, and then the abuse she would suffer. And any time that she may have spoken out in the past, and the way Letecia would maybe abuse her or treat her, and she'd learn and she'd adapt. And so her behavior is indicative of that. Just really interesting. Oh, thank you so much, Just Me. That's really sweet of you. Thank you for the super chat. We will listen to that last call tomorrow. I'm not sure who's on the last call. You know what? Let me see. Who's that last call with? That last call is with call number 5 is with actually, I'm not sure because it's not played in this live. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out tomorrow when I pull up the next one. But I'll find where the kites are at in which PDF, and we'll continue on with some kites, and we'll listen to call number 5. And I'll schedule the live when I get off here. But thank you all so much. And I'm going to schedule a Mandela Effect live for anybody who's interested because I love the Mandela Effect. And now you guys just got me all hyped and excited for that. And anytime I could talk about Mandela Effect, I'm going to talk about Mandela Effect. So thank you all so much for being here. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your Saturday night. If you can hit the thumbs up on your way out, that would be greatly appreciated. And just hang out, hold your loved ones, kiss your loved ones, appreciate what you have because you never know when it could all just be gone tomorrow. Seriously, I appreciate you guys more than you know. So just chill out. Enjoy yourselves, have a glass of wine, do what you do, and I will see you all tomorrow.